Okay, your towel workout. Get your towel ready. Just a hand towel, right? We don't have to really go crazy with that towel. If some reason you don't have a towel, you can do this with a t-shirt. All right, so feet just a little bit wider than hips or hip width, toes facing forward. Dig your toes into the ground, start to tear paper. You're standing on a piece of paper, not literally, and you're going to tear that piece of paper in half with your feet, digging into the ground. You can feel those leg muscles already working. Then we're going to go ahead, get our tummy ready, get ready for that punch. While tearing paper, your tummy is getting ready for a punch. We're still able to breathe. We're breathing solid. We're going to go ahead and tear that towel in half, and then we're pretending it is a pipe, and then we're bending that pipe, so it's a lot in our brain. And then we're going to go ahead and do 20 squats, sitting right back, 20 of them. We want to make sure our chest stays lifted. We're not tipping over. We're sitting back like we're sitting on a chair. We're still grounding our feet. We're still tearing paper. Our tummy is still tight. I'm not keeping count. You're going to go all the way to 20. So let's say we're halfway there. You keep going 10 more times. While you're doing this, listen. Pretend I'm checking if your towel is tight. You want to make sure that there's so much tension on the towel. You also want to make sure you feel those muscles in the shoulders as you bend that pipe. Keep your arms lower than shoulder height, not up here, but down here. All right, your 20 should be done. Take a little second, take a breath. Now we're going to cut our number in half to 10, but we're going to go slower. That 20 was pretty quick. Now that was to warm up the body, to start getting the heart working. Let's do 10 with some more intensity. Dig your feet in, tear your paper, squeeze, get that tummy ready, pull, 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 bend that pipe. We got 10. Watch the tempo. Down and slowly up. So it's like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe. Get that tummy ready for a punch. And give me 7 more. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the way down and on the way up. And as you're doing your 7 more, keep that focus. I want to remind you, tearing that paper, your toes are in the ground, your big toe is in the ground, all the toes are in the ground as you tear your tummy. I'm a tough puncher. I'm coming for you. I remember that, right? And then again, pretend I'm pulling on your rope to see if it's really tight. And then you know you've done a good job. After those 10, you might have guessed it. The next number is going to be 5. Now, if you need bigger breaks between sets, not a problem. You're going to repeat this over again later on. I just want to get you started with how to do the first set. So 5 this time. All right, bigger and better than the last 2 times. Digging into the ground, pulling those feet outwards, feeling every muscle of the leg engage. Tummy is ready, solid. Ripping that towel apart, folding that, or not folding, bending that pipe, come down and hold. We're going to hold for like a 20 count. So if you're timing this, you can, count to 20. I guess I don't want you to push a timer because I don't want you to stop working. And then we're probably not there yet. We're probably only at 10. Really, really want you to dig in. I don't want you to relax. Remember, pretend I'm going to touch that towel and see if it's tense, tight, taut, whatever word you want to use. Still making sure you're tearing that paper. Your tummy's ready for that punch. And then we come up. Do that 4 more times. With just the little bit I'm doing, I am about to sweat, break a sweat. I can feel it. My heart rate is up. You keep going. Now, if you're not done when we go to this second exercise, just rewind it, I guess, or pause, whatever works for you, but you finish your set, all right? I'm going to put this down so you can see what I'm doing on the floor for our second set of exercises. Still using the towel. Now I'm going to turn this way, so I'm not going to be really looking at you, but I want you to see what my legs are doing. So the same sort of concept with pulling the towel apart. We're not going to bend it this time, but we're just going to pull it apart. We're going to rip that baby. Then we're going to go ahead and use this as a target. So let me just get you in the right position. Hands directly over the shoulders, pulling that towel apart. Our knees can be straight or bent, and we're going to use this as a target to scissor the legs. So one leg goes up toward the towel, and then we switch. We're just going to go ahead and try to kick that towel. We're not bringing the towel to the legs. Now, if your back needs your knees to bend, you can kind of pretend you're kicking or kneeing yourself, but I want you to keep that towel tight, and I want you to target the towel. Big scissors. Now, this is where reps matter. We're going to do about 40 of these, and you can take a break at any point. So you be counting so that you can get to 40. Super, super good as you increase those reps that many 40 to 40. You're going to feel the top and the lower abdominal muscles engage. You should feel a burn. And because you're being aware of either straight legs or bent, there should be no pressure on your lower back. And because we're going to keep our head on the ground, there should be no pressure in the neck either. So after your 40 is done, we're going to flip on over and we're going to do our walking planks. Now, this is your fitness test. As you see yourself get stronger, you're going to see yourself being able to do more repetition. Right now, we're going to do a rep range of 6 and then try to grow to 8. So we're putting the forearm down, hand right underneath the shoulder, hand to the shoulder. That's one walking plank. Always alternate your sides, forearm, hand. That's 2. We keep going. We're trying to keep the body nice and straight. That's 3. We want the hips and shoulders in a line. It's 4. Here we go. There's 5. And there's 6. Push back to a child's pose. Get yourself relaxed. Get yourself a drink. And then get on up, because your cardio portion is a 10-minute, very fast walk. You are going fast, but you're not running. Full range of motion with those arms, as much of a big stride as you can with your legs. Take a 10-minute walk. Come back and do this over again 3 times. So this should take you, if you have the time, it should take you about 45 to 50 minutes to get through this with those 3 10-minute walks. But I promise you, it's a fantastic exercise routine. You will be feeling great and feeling strong. If you can only have time for 2 sets through, not a problem. Just make them the best ever. When you're finished, just do a nice relaxing stretch. Let me show you what I'd like you to do for stretch. So your 3 sets are done. You're going to do your child's pose, up dog combination. Child's pose, hips toward heel. Slowly bring your belly forward, belly on the ground, and then we lift the heart by pushing through the arms. Now, we don't have to go all the way up. If 4 arms is best for you, that's okay. And then push back to child's pose. Roll on out. Forearm or hands. Lift to up dog. Push back to child's. And your second stretch is this, from a tabletop or a downward dog position. But let's start with tabletop first. We're going to take one foot, put it right by the pinky. You can assist it if you need to help to get that foot there. And then we're going to go ahead, put the hand on the thigh, look over the shoulder. Now, one way to make this even better, so the second progression would be, I'm going to switch legs, to tuck your toe. So let's say you started with a tabletop, hand by that pinky, tuck your back toe and try to lift that back knee off the ground, hand on thigh, and look over. That's such a good stretch. Repeat that side to side as many times as feels wonderful to you. All right,